this lesson is going to be a quick refresher on the general power formula in U substitution for integration. If you recall, if you have something to a power with integration, once you integrate, you increase that exponent by 1 and divide by that new exponent, that number. And then of course we add c because we've got a family of functions that can be created when we are integrating. We could have always had a derivative of a constant giving us 0 to get back here. So we always have that constant there that we need to deal with. Take a look at a few examples. In this case, we want to rewrite this first. We've got the integral of 3x plus 2 to the 1/2 dx. We're going to use the inside as u, so u is going to be 3x plus 2. Derivative of that du is just going to be 3. We don't have a 3, so we have to deal with that. So we'll say that 1/3 of du is going to be our dx. And now kind of putting that all together, we've got the integral of, well, we've got our u to the 1/2, and then we've got our 1/3 du for our dx substitution. Now we can use our power rule. We increase that exponent by 1. The 1/3 is just going to kind of come along, and then we are going to increase that exponent by 1. We'll get 3/2, and instead of dividing by the 3/2, it's a lot easier to think about multiplying by the reciprocal 2/3. And then we have our plus c, and final step, we substitute that u back in, so we have 2/9, and then our u was our 3x plus 2, and now we have to the 3/2 and plus c. A couple more examples here. In this case, when we've got trig functions like this, first thing we always want to try is to see if one of those, if we can take one of those without the power and the derivative will be the other. So in this case, we'll let u just be cosine of x, not the cubed, just the cosine. Derivative of cosine we know is negative sine of x. So we've got sine of x dx, but we don't have our negative, so we will just make this a negative du is sine of x dx. So we can come over here, we get the integral of u, we're going to keep that exponent here cubed, and then we've got our negative here, we'll just bring that out front, and our du. So now when we go to integrate, we've got negative integral of u cubed is u to the 4th over 4, or 1/4 u to the 4th, plus c. Do that last substitution back in. You end up with negative cosine to the 4th x over 4 plus c. Let's take a look at one more example here, and I'll get you set up, and then I'll have you finish the problem and enter your answer in the online system. What we have here, we're going to pick, this is a little bit more complicated, so u is going to be your cosine of 4x plus 1. So at this point I want you to take the derivative, find du, and then do your integration, and then complete the lesson assignment for this video. And this will complete the lesson. The next lesson will look at some other integrals of logarithms and exponential functions.